Greetings from the Enfield Shaker Museum. Today's presentation was part of a virtual program hosted by Hancock Shaker Village on September 24th, 2020, entitled Shaker Collections from the Virtual Vault. Also participating were the Enfield Shaker Museum, Shaker Museum Mount Lebanon, and South Union Shaker Village. My name is Michael O'Connor, and today I'm speaking to you from the dining room of Enfield's Great Stone Dwelling. I'd like to share with you one of my favorite objects from our collection, Enfield Shaker brother Nelson Chase's patented folding stereoscope. Stereo views, also called stereo cards, stereo pairs, or stereographs, work by having two images taken from slightly different perspectives viewed side by side through a magnifying viewer to allow the user to see the images in 3D. The use of stereo images for 3D viewing has been discussed since the dawn of the modern photographic era, at least since the introduction of the daguerreotype. But early viewers were often cumbersome and expensive. In 1859, Oliver Wendell Holmes Sr., the poet and physician, father of the Supreme Court Justice, develops a simple and inexpensive stereoscope which he does not patent. He gives the design to another Boston resident, Joseph Bates, who manufactures the stereoscope, and virtually overnight an industry is created. Hundreds of thousands of the stereoscopes were made and sold, and countless stereo view cards would be produced from images taken around the world. As part of this wave of interest in stereo views, the Enfield Shakers allow 5 different photographers to take stereo photos at their village from the early 1870s to 1883. The photographers were granted more and more access to the site over time, with the last series including interior images of several buildings. These photos are collectively our best evidence of the village during that time and have been invaluable to our research. The Shakers themselves participated in this burgeoning industry in several ways. First, as recreation. Like the world's people around them, the Shakers enjoyed stereo cards as a way to see and learn about distant places. Second, the stereo views of their community were popular items to sell in their stores as a source of income. Third, as a celibate society, constantly trying to attract adult conversion from the outside world, it was hoped that these images of their neat and orderly villages would lead interested parties to their door to inquire about conversion. And last, the Enfield Shakers would try to manufacture and market a stereoscope as a product for sale to the outside world. Enfield Shaker brother Nelson Chase designs a folding version of the HOLMES Bates stereoscope. The community goes to the effort of patenting it, a clear indication that they had hopes of producing it for sale. Here's how it works. From the fully folded state, the main beam of the holder swings out from the bottom. The eyepiece assembly hinges up, and the side shields individually pivot out with the top visor swinging up to secure it all. A center divider swings up in front to secure the lens apparatus in position, then the card holders fold up and handles fold down from the bottom. The stereoscope is beautifully made. The wood in our example is a tropical hardwood. The side shields are lacquered, decaled, and pinstriped. The shiny metal components are highly polished nickel silver. In an article about Shaker inventions in the November 1877 edition of the Shaker Society's periodical entitled The Shaker, it was declared that by those who have seen this latter invention, it is pronounced unequaled for beauty and convenience. But those qualities eventually priced it out of the market. In his 1873 journal of a trip to Kentucky, Canterbury elder Henry Blinn writes, "Its neatness, compactness, and general appearance was highly commended by all, but the price was thought to exceed propriety." At least some prototypes were made, but it was never put into production, and examples are rare today. In June of 2020, during the first days of our annual Archaeological Field School in conjunction with Plymouth State University, under the direction of Dr. David Starbuck, Objects from the 2019 Boy Shop dig were being cleaned and processed. A bag was opened and parts of a stereoscope were immediately identified. There are 7 side shields, 3 glass lenses, and a hinge that secured the hooded lens apparatus to the base. As more artifacts are cleaned and cataloged by Plymouth State students, we have high hopes that additional parts will be identified. Time will tell as the story of Nelson Chase's patented stereoscope continues to unfold. Thank you for joining us today.